Hello my gorgeous makeup lifting friends, how's it going? So today is a slightly different video. I am going to talk about products I wish I hadn't bought, and if you know me, have watched my channel, you will know that I have a frightening amount of stuff. Like, I am obsessed with makeup to a frightening degree, so it makes sense that I have had some hits and I've had some misses. I could have done, I suppose, like a fails of 2020, but I figured there's quite a few things that I did try in 2020, but also some things from before that are still in my collection because I'm a horrible hoarder. So I figured this is what we will talk about today. So strap on in, we're gonna get right into it. So I've kind of figured we'll start off with essentially the base makeup. So I'm very lucky. There haven't been any primers that I haven't liked. Mind you, I'm a big person into primers. Foundations I've been okay with. Concealers I have been okay with. The thing where I had one of the worst issues was this. This was the XX Revolution Glow Fix. Now I know that my lovely friend Elena really rates this. She really enjoys it. I think it is trash. It makes you glitter, and not in like a cool way, and it smells absolutely horrific. Like I don't know how to go into that or how to state how bad it is. I know that like Elena was like, oh, it smells like trash, and I'm like, it kind of does. And then her husband John said it smells like wet dog. I'm inclined to agree. It's somewhere along those lines. Oh, I don't know why I did that at this hour of the night. Absolutely so bad. I didn't give it a bad rating when I talked about it, but like I don't really think that much about setting sprays. I don't kind of go, oh my god, I need them, I want them. I have yet to be completely wowed by a setting spray. I think my favourite is probably the Urban Decay, but this was a no bueno. Then like blushes, highlights, etc. I've generally found good ones. There's nothing that has screamed out and kind of gone, oh my god, this is trash. When we look at lipsticks, oh, this is Linda Hallberg. Yeah, the Fantastic. And oh, sweet merciful Zeus, right? I got it in the shade Garnet. You can see I've used it a fair bit because I did actually at one point try to pan it. It's this lovely shade, like a very dark shade, but it's more like a balm. And that was not what I was looking for. I wasn't aware that it was like a balm. So, and it was like 20 something euro. So for me, that was just an obscene price. I'm trying to rub it off now. It was an obscene price for what it actually was. So I do actually regret getting this. And I tried to pan it, but I hated wearing it because it was just a weird balm. And it made me look like I had gone into a punnet of raspberries, like a small 3-year-old child who has been told to leave the punnet of straws, like raspberries alone, but they just keep going for it. And I didn't need that kind of negativity in my life. So yeah, honourable mention is anything Jeffree Star. Not because the stuff is necessarily bad quality, although his glosses are weird. I wasn't a huge fan of those. I think his stuff is overhyped. It's not as good as, you know, other stuff on the market. But I regret buying them because of all of the issues around that. I'm not going to go into it any further. You make of it what you want. If you want to purchase them, that's fine. I personally haven't. Then the rest, oh, right, I have eyeliners here, and okay, Morphe eyeliners. I don't know what it is. I got a few because they were like on sale. Wish I hadn't. There's like no pigment in them. They are utter trash. The one I got was fairy dust, and I was like, oh my god, this could be a really nice like nude liner for like on the waterline. It's nude in the fact that you just can't see it. Like, it's such a waste of money. I'm just gonna like twirl this around. It's better use as a bloody wand. You know, Expelliarmus, like it's, oh, trash. Really wish I hadn't gotten that. Oh, XX Revolution features a lot, okay? I got 3 of their trashy multi-chrome liners. Wish I'd just gotten 1 to try it out. But because I'm an idiot, I try out several. And I haven't picked them up since I did that video. That's how bad these are. Now let me show you. They're a watery mess. This is Magnetics, right? Look at that. Just, ugh. Wasn't great. Now that's actually a lot better than it used to be. Maybe it's because it's dried out to a certain amount, but it was so watery and pointless that you had to put like a black base underneath it. But it's still, for the price, it wasn't great, and I do regret them. Like, I'm like, maybe I should try and pan them or something, just because I hate having stuff that I'm not using. Next then is another XX Revolution. My lord, they came out with some duds. This was the XX Charged, because you know they had to put 2 X's into everything. Duochrome eyeshadow. Now I got it in Stimulate, and oh my god, absolute rubbish. And you know, if it had been cheap, I'd have been like, okay, but they decided they would. I even kept it in its packaging because I'm such a. Look at how tiny it was. Like, if it had been as big as the packaging, maybe I could have forgiven it. Look at all that excess unnecessary packaging. That's how annoyed I was. I was like, get back into your packaging, I don't want to see you. And it looks really interesting when you see it in the package. But it doesn't work great. I couldn't get it to work very well for me. The formula was weird. It was quite like you can see there, quite see-through. Don't know about you, but I don't really like a see-through eyeshadow. Kind of doesn't do much for me. Maybe I'm a bit traditional in that sense, but yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is. We're now on to eyeshadows, and anyone who knows me knows that eyeshadows tend to be my kind of slight obsession. I'm not going to swatch these because it'd take too long. I got the Fenty Snap Shadows. I got one in, was it Blood Money or something? Or yeah, Money, which is the green one, and Wine, which is the kind of burgundy one. I felt for the price, if it had been maybe €12, I'd have been like, oh, okay, that's decent. But for the price, it wasn't fantastic. Now, these, I think, out of all of the ones that I'm going to talk about, were probably the best quality out of a bad bunch. But yeah, and it has made me reluctant to try any of the other Fenties that I have bought. Yes, because I have a problem. I buy things and I just leave them. Don't you dare judge me, okay? We're meant to be friends here. Put away your judgment. I don't need that here. So yeah, I kind of regret these. Like, ugh, I don't like having regrets. Like, I was watching a video of my friend Eyeliners there recently. Like, I talk about her a lot, and she was like, I regret nothing, like my friend Tracy says. And I was like, I generally do regret nothing. But in this instance, I kind of do. Next one, you guys will remember I reviewed this dud of a palette. It is the Milani The Beautiful Nightmare. Colour story, absolutely lovely. But it does not blend. It's an utter mess. Nothing I can do with this. Like, I mean, ugh, like it's dry. Like there's not really any payoff. It looks okay there, but in reality it's just like, ugh, just really blah. Now, I've been assured by my lovely friend Daniela, she was on R&R with us before, because I'm lazy and can't be bothered to call it releases and rants. She has assured me that like their gilded palettes are actually really, really good. So judgment is yet to be seen on that. Next one then is Huda, what you doing? This is the Huda Neon Green. I bought it because I love green. This is not a green palette, and I just went into a frenzy. Like, a lot of this is my own fault. But this is just, like, there's no colour payoff. So there's absolutely no colour payoff in this. It's just, like, even, I'm gonna swatch that. Look at that. Chalky. And I am white, like as much of a ghost as you can get. And when it doesn't really show up on me, you got a problem. You got a problem. Like, that is awful. Now, I have the other two and they're nowhere near as bad. I would say probably the pink and orange one are miles better. Like, look at that. That's better, but it's still not fantastic. And again, for that price, I would just say, oh, just steer clear. Like, don't even get it if it's on clearance. Just don't. Just walk the other way. Like, you can do better. Okay? Don't make that 2 a.m. phone call. Next we have this Too Faced Love palette. I don't even think this exists anymore. This is gone. I got this in a TK Maxx. There's a reason why it had gone to TK Maxx. I mean, look at it. What is this? Like, what was I thinking buying this? This was when I was getting into makeup early on. Like, my journey in makeup is still relatively recent. Like, what is this? It's just so much shimmers. There's like hardly any mattes. There's one matte. One matte out of 15. It's so bad. Like, it's so bad, and the colour story is dreadful. Even then, I was being like frighteningly attracted to green. Oh my lord, like, really, really bad. Then the final thing is the Morphe 35i Icy Fantasy. Now, I'll never get rid of any of these things because I'm a sort of a weirdo, but I definitely won't get rid of this because when Elena came over, this was the palette that she used on me, so it actually has a sentimental memory. That being said, oh my god, this palette is absolute trash. Like, it's just, there's no colour payoff, it just doesn't work very well. Like, you can see we had to dig into that to get any sort of colour. Like, this was not used very much. It's not a good palette. It's not good. Like, I really, like, this went into my, like, angry drawer. I probably should try and play with it a bit more to maybe, like, try and get my money's worth out of it. But I just find Morphe to be really hit or miss. They're not a brand I love. I know some people have like a lot of strong feelings towards them. They really like them. I'm on the other end. Yeah, I suppose other than that, I have like this little brush set that I got from well, this isn't included, but from AliExpress. I know they're cheap, but I'm not delighted that I got these because the amount of times I've had to re-glue these, like, they've fallen off the components. I would prefer to have just maybe saved those few euro. It's not like a massive gripe, but you know, it's still not great. But that's it. That is all of my makeup regrets, the fails, the absolute misses. I want to hear what you guys think. Are there any of these things that you actually loved and are like, Tracy, you're absolutely bananas, you're bonkers? You know, I will overturn you because it's my channel and I do what I want here. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. What were your misses? What are the things in your collection that you really regret having? I want to see what the story is on that. But that's it. That is the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. You know the story. You like, you comment, you subscribe. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, you know, wrap it up. Don't be gross. But that's it. That's the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.